Alright, welcome to Bless Boss GH. Another episode. Yeah, sounds we have back. Here's more analysis, top ones, and the other bro. Yes, this is the weekend reaction. Yeah, the Manchester Derby. No top analysis. Here's a bro. You need to for natural for it. But so that subscribe. Not turn on the notification bell. There are lots of other bro. I want to make you do. Young room Manchester Derby. Yes, it was a derby. Because for the donor when you use it because Michael Carrick in the first Manchester United game while pointing the interim manager after that you are from Ruben Amorim or football book or it were in the first match and there is a lot of controversies behind this game. Yes, Manchester Derby in history. Total match about 198. Manchester United they win in number 62. Now Manchester City so we win in number 82. Manchester City so we win in number 81. Now draws on 55 for. Now the time GPL another Premier League starting in the year 1992. There has been a 57 matches between these clubs. Manchester United winning in number 26, Man City winning in number 21, not 10. Wakaya draw into which the Manchester United were high against Manchester City but after recent performance Manchester United wasn't a drop before. So before the game there is 5 questions in a Oriya friend of Michael Carrick. Now me pere Moshe won the game. First of all, the first question was that can he continue or can he back the trend of Oriya friend Ruben Amorim. Makana because in the year 1986, which is on the 10th of January, Sir Alex Ferguson became only the first manager to win his first ever Manchester Derby. And Ofi Wano, Oriya Fani Debi, Moya Sebay, Wintum, Oriya Fani Oligana Social Bay, Jose Mourinho Bay, Ralph Ragnick Bay, Eric Ten Hag Bay, or to a kid timer, and Ruben Amorim, no Tumabasa Sadam, baptism of fire now. Every manager be out of Roma or to lose in the first match or Ruben Amorim no need Manchester United Bobo Kodabaka will win 2-1 against Manchester City. It was a last minute drama. Bruno Fernandes no water to and Nama Lisandro Martinez or to measure the final goal. So the question I asked myself that will that baptism of fire still continues or Michael Carrick will continue Ruben Amorim's ball? No, so truly otumu romo ha otumu keye edwuma no kama ho na yenhwe the second question I was asking myself, can he sit back and use his quick attacking another counter attacking because Oriya friend Michael Carrick is one of the best coaches sitting back and using fast counter attacks. He's one of the best coaches in that system. Extra Manchester City Boko about the possession wise, then I'll bet ball with the and as the truth be told, Pep Guardiola Niti Takano or the Mama or but the question was, actually, where friend Michael Carrick, or a caretaker, or the first 3 matches, or Manchester United, we na Oprano, or made this Bobo championship, and he was the one of the best coaches in that system. For us to sit back, then use fast counter attack is one of them. Actually, the first year okay as manager, he was the joint 5th manager, Otumoye the Mazin with 29 fast counter attacks. And last season, 2024-2025 season, he was the first person, the best manager to do that with 50 quick counter attacks. This tells you that Oriya friend Michael Carrick is best in that system. So I was trying to look at that. Oriya friend Michael Carrick will use that system against Oriya friend Pep Guardiola, and clearly he has that asset. He has Bruno Fernandes in the midfield with that quality, good distributor of the ball. You have Oriya friend Casemiro, also good distributor of the ball, and the last person was Kobe Menu. And the third question was that was he going to make a bold decision? a friend Kobe man because it got to a point in time and the right friend Ruben and Mourinho now Brenton on 2 million more minutes or because Asha Brenton is the academy graduate. He has passed through the ranks of Manchester United and he is also the fans' favorite. Until the baby no fans and one and G a corner in the Ruben and Marine autumn benching a Brenton friend Kobe Manu and again. A friend Michael Carrick Ben, he has introduced the boy in the game. And the fourth question was that is there going to be any room for boys are from Amad Diallo, no any Brian in Bremo after the Wolfie Afcon or Ben? Because after the last starting 11 for Manchester United and the friend Danny Fletcher, the boys were totally out. I don't know whether they were resting or something, but they were out of the first 11. So that was the fourth question. Now again, in Brenton, you could see say they played a very important role. You sure the fifth question, which is about a Brenton friend of Benjamin Sesko. Yes, the man in Kofu Bebe in Shadan Kasen for. Benjamin Sesko under Orefen Ruben Amorim no any three-bar system now. He played 17 games under that manager. He scored only 2 goals. But under Orefen and Darren Fletcher, just 2 matches in our body, he scored 3 goals. So that was the fifth or my last question I asked before the game. Now let's dive into the game properly. Manchester City starting with a formation 4-1-4-1 formation. Jonathan Donnarumma in the post, Rico Lewis at the right, Kusanov and Max 4 and 5, and then Nathan Aki, Rodrigo Cascante in the midfield, protecting the back line. Yo, Uriah friend of Foden, yo, Bernardo Silva, Yenya Abrante friend of Semenyo in the lineup, and also Erling Brut Haaland in the lineup. Actually, the side of Manchester United, it was 4-2-3-1 formation. Siemens in the post, Obraya Fano Dalot at the right, 4 and 5 in the shape of Maguire and Lisandro Martinez, and Luke Shaw at the left. The 2 pivots, what who protected the back line for Manchester United Bobo Kono was Casemiro and Comion. So indeed, my second question was answered by the rare friend Michael Carrick for taking a bold decision to pair that players and Opio Oritness the kind of performance apparently from Kobe Menu or Denezi, the kind of performance Casemiro Chia Luka did the player of the match and will enter a game actually the trio Otimo Paredi Bruno Fernandes there, Amad Diallo, Mbuemo and Patrick Dogu. So clearly you could see say Orano was game plan all room worked perfectly because everybody formation you are talking about your target man, so you need your crosses, your every passes to your Uriah friend Brian and Buemo. Into actually Manchester United one phase goal now. See the trend of offer to the go no. Bruno Fernandes had the ball and quickly passed the ball to Uriah friend Brian Mbuemo, and Mbuemo scored a very perfect goal. This season only 2 players, which is in the shape of Elite Brutalan and Antoine Semenyo, not going to watch more goals from air quick attacks, quick transitions. Or the best goal, just 2 players in the way to my Amazon be ahead of Brian Mbuemo. Actually, the shape of Bruno Fernandes. So only 1 player from 1st November, which is in the shape of Erling Brut Haaland, they're going to contribute to more goals than Bruno Fernandes. Haaland will contribute to 12. In the end, it doesn't come up. Bruno will contribute to 11 goals. This tells you that Obraya friend Michael Carrick game plan on the room. Let's sit back, defend solidly. It's actually ended up after the game. Obraya friend John Terry actually the comments about Harry Maguire Wakwechi Nama the Weibo room actually the kind of performance and the Manchester United defense and what then is that this tells you that Obraya friend Pep Guardiola or more work to do, and that is true. It was a very surprising result for others, but because actually Michael Carrick is very good in sitting back and fast counter attacks. They were amazing comes out more there at the next time or Middlesbrough one. That was the goals Otumo Asha. And clearly you could see say Manchester United had more opportunities than Manchester City United, but Orion friend Michael Carrick has to work on that position. The final third decision was problem for Manchester United. Extra first half now, although the goals are but Manchester United scored 2 disallowed goals. They were not clinical. So the more opportunity Manchester United were here, I'm telling you. So okay, Manchester City, okay, a different story. Okay, 6 goals is it? Obviously, them the last time watching Manchester United 6-3 no. Because actually the game now, Pep Guardiola had the total dominance. Midfield, one ball. That's the game of Michael Carrick. Our info manager, that's the game of ball. On for game in the morning, our buzzy, he will give it to you. But or make sure that the counter attacks. Actually, Manchester United had that qualities in their team. In the shape of Kobe Menu, a good passer of the ball. Them amazing Kanaken, Casemiro, a good passer of the ball, and Orion from Bruno Fernandes, a good passer of the ball. International that timer, Matthias Cunha, no cross no. Manchester City also had an inexperienced defenders in the shape of Orion, Kusanov, and Max. That's true. The more front back in our Manchester City no. On years a while we share our border for the very first time. So City was lacking a squad depth. That's why Manchester United capitalized on that thing and used it against Manchester City Bobo Kono. Into young Paul Orion friend of Michael Carrick, why you do pa, but or they ought to improve on the goal scoring. Manchester United has to do more. Because if the coach or the manager is going to be assessed on Champions League football, he has to score more goals. HSC Manchester United, what of the sixth in the league, fifth in the league log, having 35 points, 1 point ahead, AHS to go Boko. So Michael Carrick has to improve his game management. And then there's a solid performance by Manchester United Bobo. But I am seeking forward that Orion friend Michael Carrick Obo Peter numbers in the book. Because if you want to have the job at a permanent basis or need to make Peter numbers in the book. So this is what I saw in the game. That is the 5 important things I see from the game. So I want to see your comments in the game. What you saw, every moment you saw enter Arsenal, just tell me and I will explain it to you. That's why you have subscribed to my channel, Bless Sports Genius, and we are here to give you more analysis. There is more going to come on Chelsea versus Brentford game. Thank you. Bye bye. Please subscribe for me.